method that will get to the masses, that will start to awaken, like I said, the masses, whether it's through water or through the air that we breathe or through the plants that create some kind of entheogen that starts waking up, and maybe it gets to be taken in through the breath, so that people start to wake up and realize, so that humanity starts to wake up and realize, wow, we need to do this all together as a team, and get to vote, truly vote between us, as to what we choose, how we choose to live our lives, and how we choose to live our lives in balance and also in stewardship with the earth, and with the earth's resources. Because, contrary to popular belief of these corporations, is that these sources are going to keep going in infinitum, and that they can keep raping and pillaging and making their profits. But the truth is that if this continues, 15, 20 years from now, there won't be an earth.
Unless they can twist the myths of peak oil and peak water to their own ends.
Right.
And push that and twist it. And
well,
not offer any...
They're already doing that,
I know,
though.
that's what I'm saying. Unless they do the other... They twist it on the other end, they're saying that it's indefinite and we can just go on and on and on pillaging.
Right. And that's not... it's not sustainable. And there are a lot of scientists that are already speaking about that are... Guy McPherson and several other scientists that are saying maximum we have 15 years left on this planet. Of course, they're not looking at the bigger picture, right? They're just doing their scientific empirical evidence of, there's more methane now being created than there is oxygen. So it's just it's like a time bomb, So at a certain point, methane is heavier than air. And methane will basically be the death of us,
methane is also what Jupiter is mostly made of, and Jupiter is getting ready to ignite into a star. So it is It is an element that is a herald of starseed.
Yeah.
So it's also Guy McPherson is more kind of sky is falling. Enjoy your time, play with your kids, sort of a doomsayer. But beyond that, we can use it as an alarm clock and see beyond the box that we've been in.
Right.
So I would put something in there about Mr. Truck Driver or Mr. Whoever, John Q. Public, when you're driving down the street and you look at a tree, you don't just see pretty background. You see your life, your heritage, your ecological body, an extension of your body.
And the lungs of the earth.
The ecology of the earth, the lungs of the earth, all of the earth is our body.
Right.
This is our extended body.
Right.
And if we're killing it, we're killing ourselves. So, what a pretty tree, what a pretty sunset, let's go to bed, honey. Instead of that, I would put something in the bowl of it's an awakening. All of it is an awakening. Kind of like experiences you have when on entheogens. Mind awakening, spirit awakening. That you see every mote of creation as your charge, it's your body too.
Right.
And complete sustainability, complete ecological sustainability, period. Everyone into permaculture, everyone growing their own.
And not only permaculture, but biodynamic.
Well, that's what it means. Permaculture is only permanent because it's biodynamic.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So that means goodbye to Bayer, goodbye to Ram, goodbye to Monsanto. All these companies that have tried to make synthetics out of something that was naturally there, that was a natural, not pesticide, but maybe one bug that eats another bug, and that's nature, that's nature in action, and that these corporations have tried to pretty much destroy it for a profit.
Well, now you have the corporation of the state of California that's paranoid, put road checks at every highway entering the state saying, if you have plants and fruits, we have to confiscate it, taking away basic biological necessities from people. which I'm pretty sure is a crime in itself, but with the cover story explanation that, well, the only way bugs can get in is through cars, which is completely asinine in and of itself.
Especially now that we have planes and boats and all kinds of
planes, ships, trains. They can't bring bugs into.
Right.
Completely asinine. So it's hostile to the idea of biodynamic farming to say, don't bring in the critters, don't bring in the bugs. Well, that's what they're there for. Is this bug eats that bug, gets eaten by this critter, gets eaten by that. That's biodynamic farming at its best, and you know, it's far better than the alternative, which is Monsanto sterilizing the planet for its frankenfood.
Excuse me.
They should be asking people, are you bringing in Roundup? Are you bringing in GMO foods?
Yeah,
we'll confiscate GMO
the
foods.
Frankenstein of planet Earth is
instead
here.
they're saying any plants or fruits. And of course everyone's saying no, no, no. So you have this disingenuous system that's just got us on this lockdown of repression, and we need to clear that out. And so I would say it's a biggie, right now is health, human freedom, freedom from corporatism. Absolutely. And then constructing the new infrastructure in its place that's going to replace it.
So we put all that into the container. And now, if we could just use our remote viewing skills, and our intuition as to what do we see, our helpers, if you like, and who do we see in the bleachers, if you like, that is there supporting us, helping us co-create this new biodynamic system. Let's call it that, a quantum biodynamic system.
Do you mean people maybe off planet who are in the
whomever? I mean, it could be, like I said, Andromedans, it could be Arcturians, it could be,
I would hope it's all of them out there because our sustenance is their sustenance, and it ripples out, just like out of our communities ripples around the world to the world ecology. Our wellness, the well-being of this planet, ripples out to Andromeda. So
what I'm asking is, who do you guys, like you, Kim, I, and whoever else is listening, who do you see in this Coliseum sitting in the bleachers and being of service and maybe coming down into the arena where we're standing? Because I see myself and I see Kim and I see several other, I see the water diva, I see the seaweed diva, I see Gaia there, I see several, very big beings, that are participating in creating this quantum container. That's what this show is about. So I kind of want to bring us back into that mode of, I see them there collaborating, cooperating with us, and being of assistance and support in creating or co-creating with us this new biodynamic system.
Yep.
So who do you guys see? Do you have any, if you remote view into that quantum container, and do you see them in the bleachers, or do you see them standing by us or with us?
Well, the bleachers being I see it as our 360-degree, our skies, the heavens, and I see it as the usual star family brotherhood.
Lots of ETs.
I see the usual ETs that help us, and I see hopefully some new ones that haven't maybe been on the fence and neutral, coming saying, all right, the humans are on their way, now let's kind of join in. So I see even some new star families coming in, hopefully, and I actually would just go ahead and picture all of them.
Okay.
All of them would have our best interests are their best interests.
So here's what Kim said. She said a lot of ETs and solar system divas, Tau Centaurians, good Sirians, Orions, in other words, the good ones, Andromedans, whales, dolphins, Secturians, Pleiadians, planetary logi, Assassini, what? I can't read that. Can you read that, babe?
Esasani?
Esasani and Yahya. I don't know what that is, but maybe Kim can enlighten us to it. Mm-hmm. But that's what he's
all
in
the
there.
Ascended Masters and guides that we've had from the start. And hopefully bring in, like I say, the neutral ones that have been on the fence, just kind of watching from afar.
Right.
Could come down and get in our bleachers and.
Oh, they're the ones that Bashar speaks of.
Root for
okay,
us,
thanks.
Not just root for us, but help us to co-create this thing, because as they're well aware of, once we started detonating the A-bomb, they would send out a big clarion call alert to the heavens, that said, okay, they're messing with, they're tearing rips in the time-space continuum.
Right. Oh, that's the other thing I want to put into this, is the CERN, that machine,
Large Hadron Collider.
The Hadron Collider, for that to, self-destruct itself.
Yeah.
And any negative thing that they're using to, because it is definitely causing a rip. Mm. And I have to clean up their frickin' mess. And I'm sure there's a lot of other shamans like us that have to clean up their mess.
Well, they're doing like what they were doing.
Close down the CERN Hydro Collider, and any other thing that's like that, because it's self-destructive. It's not a constructive thing at all.
And then shut down what's left of HARP and Gwen, and even satellite.
And get rid of all the chemtrails.
Anything mind controlling.
Yep.
Which the word government means mind control. So to me, we have to revamp all of our governments.
Yep. And call it something else.
Except Iceland.
Yeah, it is causing weather anomalies.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely that's a big part of what we want to put into the container as well, is for a new system to come. Yes, the old one does have to crash and die and be destroyed so that a new one can rise from that one. So
remove the blockages that are keeping it from dying its needful death.
Right.
Let it crash, let it die, so that we can. It's sort of like burning the fields, the fallow fields, so that
and getting new seed to grow.
New seeds to grow. That's what I see. This bowl or this container mostly is like. It's like soil bed, and we're putting seeds in it to grow these ideas.
Great. Anything else you guys want to share about this,
that's
or should
really imminent, or about that?
About this container that we're building, that we're co-creating.
No,
that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, we've filled it with a lot of stuff.
The one last thing I want to put into the container, and if you have anything else, Kim, that you want to share too, is to actually add that I am now requiring, I'm not requesting, I am requiring that all of our star family come in and start working with us. So this is a requirement. This is a necessity at this point, that it's not an optional request. So I'm requiring for people from my home planet, and also some of the beings that you mentioned, especially the beings that actually caused this anomaly to happen here and caused the planetary system that we have and the governmental system that we have, that they need to clean up their karma. So I'm requiring them to come in and do that.
And they can't just escape on
and
the
they can't
ships.
Just leave. Yeah.
No. You are held culpable and accountable, and instant karma, is going to get you.
So here's the message that Kim got today. She said, yes, this is the message I got today. To insist, and also for more of us to ask. I'm done, and I know it's a polite way to do it is to ask, but I'm done asking. I'm actually requiring. And require means that I'm actually demanding at this point. I'm not any longer saying, oh, please help us like we used to do 5 years ago. No, it's like it's your requirement. It's your responsibility as well as ours. Because now that we know, from Dan Winter, Nassim Haramein, that we are actually DNA from these races that came and built this society. I'll just put it that way. And they are responsible for this co-creating this situation, and since you guys are responsible, you need to be responsible.